Uh, we're going ahead and bring Maxi Mookson up. All right, Maxi, what's good?
What's good?
I'm all right. Can I get are you over 18 for TikTok purposes?
Yes, I am.
All right. And are you any type of believer?
Well, I like Freemasons. I like Freemasons. So
I'm sorry, say that again.
I like Freemasons.
You like Freemasons?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that means, but I just wanted to know if you're a believer of any type of God. All right. So I think I have better morals than Yahweh. Do you disagree?
Yes, I think I can disagree with that.
Okay. Now, when I'm talking about Yahweh, I'm talking about the like mostly the God of the Bible. You disagree that I have better morals than the God of the Bible? Why you disagree with that?
Because your morals are as filthy as dirty rags.
My morals are as filthy as dirty rags.
Yeah,
How do you know what my morals even are?
because you don't know what ripple effect is. Anything that you do today ripples in the future for many more people. It has an impact on people that you would never even meet in your
Cor-
life.
right,
Because
correct. But that
you do
has
wrong to somebody today, that
uh-huh.
person do wrong to another person, and it
Uh-huh.
goes on and forever.
Yes, the
So
the butterfly effect. I understand what the butterfly effect is. What I'm saying to you is that how does that show that my morals are less than the God who condoned rape, slavery, genocide, and needless suffering? Just give me a second, okay? Okay, if you are in the box and you requested, I do see one person in the box requesting right now. I'm going to bring you up right after I speak to Maxim. Okay, so everybody wait, and I'll bring you up right after I speak to one person. It's 20 minutes at a time. Okay. Now, Maxim, um, how do you square that away? You're saying that what I do today can affect someone tomorrow and down the line. I agree with you there, but that doesn't show how I have less morals than a deity that condoned rape, slavery, genocide, and is responsible for needless suffering. Uh, why would I have less morals than that deity?
he's outside of time and he can make the best decisions that will end in the best outcome. So what you think today is wrong, you don't know how it will end up in the future for you and me, right? So he is able to see that and knows that by doing this, we will get the best outcome, right? So you say he condoned rape. He condoned rape, slavery, genocide, and all
Be
that.
careful of the R word, please. Use a TikTok friendly language. Say grape, put a
Okay,
G in front of it so I don't get taken
okay.
down. No, it's all right because we're not used to it yet. I know TikTok has ridiculous rules. But yes, he does condone rape, slavery, genocide, and needless suffering. He's responsible for it. Let me ask you a question. Is slavery wrong? Is it immoral?
Slavery
Yes, is
is
slavery immoral?
slavery. Okay, there's not such thing as immoral for God. God can do anything He wants. It's immoral for you and me,
Then God is a tyrant.
not for Him.
Oh, so it's so okay, cool. Great. So you agree that we have better
You
morals
know.
than God?
No, no,
You
no.
agree then
It's
that
not
we have better
immoral.
morals than Yahweh because you just said that it's wrong for us, but it's not wrong for him. So we have better morals than him because slavery is
And
always immoral.
I was about to explain you why it's not immoral for him because he look at the greater good and make the decision that's going to bring us to the greater good. A decision that
How
he
does
makes.
how does suffering lead to, how does a person suffering under an awful system lead to good?
Because okay, I can tell you how. You know, we had slavery, right? Because and slavery brought us what? Christianity.
Nothing.
Slavery
Could we have
brought us
Christianity without slavery? Could we have had Christianity without slavery?
You want to ask that to Alexander, to the people that went to enslave us? Those are people you want to ask that question, because
No,
it
I'm
shows.
gonna ask you, because you said that slavery brought us Christianity.
Yes,
Number
you
one, you have
can,
to show,
but
you have to show why Christianity was important in the first place, and you can't show that. And number two, we could have had slavery, or we could have Christianity without slavery, couldn't we?
yes, we can, but
So it wasn't
God is,
necessary.
yeah, but God is not going to force you to do what is good.
I'm
He
not
can't
talking about
force.
Max.
Hold on.
Maxim,
Hold
hold
on.
on,
The
Maxim,
people
hold on,
that
Maxim.
went
Listen to what
there
I'm saying. Maxim, wait, slow down. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about forcing us to do good. Number one, number two, if we could have had Christianity without slavery, then it was unnecessary. Taking us through
okay,
slavery
so
in order to get Christianity means that he's a sadist. That's awful.
okay, you're number one when you say we have good people that are not Christian. Based on what metric?
Yes. Based on the metrics that they don't cause harm, they don't rape people, they don't go around stealing. Like myself, for example, I don't steal, I don't lie, I don't go around raping people. So therefore, I'm a good person.
You're a good person. So you never lied
Yes,
in your life. You never
I
lied.
have lied. I have lied, but I
Okay,
don't
so
lie
you're
to
not.
deliberately
You're
cause
not good.
harm. Oh,
It
so
doesn't
if
matter.
my grandmother,
What
hold on,
is your
wait, listen,
intention?
Maxim, Maxim, listen to it for a second. If my grandmother gave me some soup and I didn't like the soup, but I told her I'm gonna eat it anyway, and I like it just because I don't want to hurt her feelings, I'm a bad person.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what I'm
Is
talking
that
about.
the
'Cause that's
only?
still a lie. Is that still a
So
lie?
is that the only? So is that the
Is it
only
still
lie
a
you
lie?
did?
Is it
That's a lie.
still a lie? Okay,
That's a
okay
lie.
then.
But
So
if
just because someone lies
no,
does not make them a bad person.
I'm asking you, is that the only
What
lie you
matters is
did?
the intent, correct? What matters would be the intent, correct? I'm not okay. I've lied before. I'll tell you that right now. I've lied before, but when I lied, my intent wasn't to harm someone else.
Yeah, but I'm telling
Like
you
for
that your
example, if
intent.
for example, but okay, my intent wasn't to harm anybody else. For example, let's say
Yeah, but
that we
it
were
doesn't
back in
matter.
19 let's say we're back in 1935, and the mustache man wanted me to not hide Jews anymore. Wanted me to give them over to send them to the Jews to the camps. Remember what happened back in 1930? If I lied back then and say I don't have Jews in my house, would that mean I'm a bad person?
Yes, you are a bad
It wouldn't,
person
right?
because you are not.
I'll be a bad person to give people up to
You're a bad
genocide.
person. Hold on.
To not, I'll be a bad person to give people up to
A lie. I don't intend for people for people. Intent doesn't matter. When I lie, I don't intend for people for people after my lie come out to be impacted generations after generation. I don't intend that, but it happens. Nothing to do
Can
with
you tell me? Can you tell me? Can you tell me how me lying to my grandmother about her soup
being.
after me? How does that harm anyone?
So I can give you multiple scenarios, but I'm asking you, is that the only lie you did?
That's not the only lie I gave. What I'm telling you is that when I have lied
Why
before,
do you pick that one?
but
Why do you
listen,
only
hold
pick
on.
that
I'm
lie?
answering you. I'm answering you. I'm answering you. I'm answering you. I'm answering you. I've told you what I told you is that I have lied before, But when I have lied, it was never my intent was not to harm someone else with my lie. I didn't go to someone and said, hey, this person was talking smack about your mother and he wants to fight you, and I make those people fight. Like, for example, that's not what I did. You see what I'm saying? I never lied like to a girlfriend and say I'm going to work when I'm going to see another girl. I've never done that before. So when I've lied before, it wasn't to harm somebody else. That's never the type of lie I've given. What the type of lie that I given is the example that I just gave you. Like, for example, hold on. For example, there was one Christmas when my little sister gave me a present. It was a belt. The shit was ugly, but it was Christmas. I'm not gonna tell my sister that the belt is ugly. She was only like 9 years old. I'm not gonna tell that the belt is ugly. I don't want it. So I tell her, thank you. I appreciate the belt, which was true. If she asks me if I like the belt, I'm be like, yeah, I like the belt. That's a lie. I don't like the belt at all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna tell her that. So every time I have lied before, every time I have lied before, it wasn't to harm anybody else.
I understand that, but
so how does that make me a bad person?
Let's use your example. You told your sister that you like the belt when you didn't. Now, guess what? She's gonna get married a few years later, and she's gonna think that, oh, I offered my brother that belt before, and I'm gonna do the same for my husband, right? That's just a scenario. He's not like you, and he goes off on her that I don't like this fucking belt, and she take that so wrong, fucking belt, and she take that so wrong. You are still responsible for what you create. You created her relationship with her husband going bad. You, even though you didn't want to do it, but you are responsible for that because you lied to her.
You know how I'm not responsible for that? Because who's in the relationship? Am I in her relationship, or is her and her husband?
Yeah, but she used your
no. Because a relationship is more than what I told her when she was 9 years old. Correct?
Look.
No. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you. If she's in a relationship when she's 22, if I told her that I like the belt when she was 9, you think she's gonna take that all the way until she's 22?
Yes, because
no, she won't.
No,
she won't. No. Let me finish. I'll let you finish talking. Let me finish. When you're an adult and you're in a relationship is more than what your brother told you when you were 9 years old. Way more than that. If her husband goes off on if her husband goes off on her for getting for her getting him a present that he didn't like, that's his fault, because that shows immaturity on his part.
That's also your fault.
No, it's not my fault. The reason why it's not my fault is because his reaction is the one that caused the end of the relationship, not me telling her that I like the belt. Hold on, wait. No. Listen. His reaction is what ended the relationship, not me lying to her when she was 9. It was his reaction.
Okay, why did he have the reaction? Because
he didn't like the present. But she's an adult. She should know what he likes. As an adult, you should know what your people like, right? If she's 9 years old, she's not gonna know what I like.
But you can never know people 100% inside and out. She offered him the belt because she thought that you are a role model for her and you like the belt. You told her that you like the belt she gave you. So she thinks that, okay, maybe my husband is gonna like this.
When she was 9. When she was 9, dude. When she was 9. As a 25 years old, life is not the same. This is a ridiculous scenario. Life is not the same when you're 25.
Kids learn. Okay, so are you telling me that?
Yes, kids learn, and kids learn throughout all their lives. You're not going to take something that you thought when you were 9. Listen to what I'm saying to you. You're not going to take something that you thought was correct when you were 9 and take it all the way up to your 25. That doesn't happen. You're not the same
It
person at
does.
25 that
It
you are when
does.
you're 9.
It does. Whatever my
You're
parents
not,
taught me when I was
unless
9,
unless unless you were traumatized.
I carry that
Yeah,
all the way
I
till
give that to
now.
you. There are life lessons. There are life lessons that you take when you're young, but when you're 9 and you believe that orange and yellow, well, orange and yellow are pretty good, but when you're 9 years old and you believe that blue and orange look good together, you're not probably not gonna think that when you're 25, unless you can make that work out. You see what I'm saying? Like when what you believe at 9 years old, like the tooth fairy, you're not gonna take that when you're 25. If I tell
Yes, I
my little
do.
sister that the tooth fairy, if I told my little sister that the tooth fairy left her $1, she's probably not gonna believe that when she's something as
Okay.
small as that is gonna take you all the way up to 25. That's not gonna happen. You're talking about big life
Because
lessons, trauma, that you'll take a lifetime. But small things like I gave my big brother a belt that had a dragon on it, and he liked it when I was 9. I'm gonna give my grown ass man, who's my grown husband right now, a dragon belt at 25. That's not gonna happen, bro.
no, you really think that people have the same faculties? People have different brains, bro. The way you think, don't think that everybody else think like you. People have lower IQ than you. People have lower IQ. Everybody that walks on the street have different IQs. So the things that you can understand easily, don't think that everybody else can understand that. So yes, if she has lower IQ than you, she may go that route and be like, okay, I
If
gave
she
my
has a lower
uncle
IQ,
this belt. Yeah,
okay. So
yeah,
if she
yeah,
has a lower
yes.
IQ, if she has a, you're arguing, you're literally arguing that we shouldn't lie, we shouldn't give any lie, any even white lies because people are stupid. Is really that's your argument?
Yes, yes, people are stupid. Exactly. Yes, people don't know what they're doing. They a lot of people that don't know what they're doing because they have low IQ. They have lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom.
And how does believing God change that?
Be, you change that because if you don't lie, if you tell the truth, then you are not responsible for what happens after you told the truth. If you don't tell the truth, and
I'm
you
not responsible either way.
no, you
I'm not
are
responsible
if you
either
lie.
way because
No, you are
no, her
responsible
relationship
if you
with,
lie.
no, I know, no, I'm not responsible because her relationship is her responsibility.
But no. Her relationship, no, her
People don't get into
it's her
relationships because of what they told when they were
responsibility.
not. Bro, listen. People don't get into relationships because of what you were told when they were 9. That doesn't happen unless it's a child marriage or a arranged marriage. But you don't get into a relationship from what you were told when you were 9. There are other factors. Just because I told her a lie when I was 9 about a belt that I liked, she's not gonna take that all the way up to 25 to give that same man, another man, that same belt because he's a whole different person. Why would she do that? That makes no sense. Even if she is stupid, that wouldn't happen.
How do you know that would happen?
Because
Like
people are
what you said.
different. You're not going to get into a relationship thinking they're the same person as your brother or your dad. They're a completely different person. Everyone knows that. Kids understand that, man. And kids are not as smart as we are. And kids know that every person is different. So saying that will ruin her relationship, that makes no sense. Anyway, we've been on this for about 10 minutes. Can you tell me, would you like to read the verses about slavery that Yahweh condoned?
He didn't condone it. He knew it was going to happen, and
Mm-hmm.
he gave rules in case it
So he
happens. He
condoned it.
gave the rule. He gave no. He didn't. That's not condoning. He knew it was going to happen. He doesn't control you and me. You are free to do whatever
But
you want to do. He
have you
knew
ever
it
read
was going to
Deuteronomy
happen,
20:10?
but he gave the rules. If it happens, this is the rules to follow. If you don't follow the rules, then you are at fault. You are under his
Incorrect.
judgment.
Incorrect. If like two things. Number one, he actually commanded that it happened, and number two, if he knew that it was going to happen, he could have easily just said, "Don't do it." So how come he just didn't say, "Don't do it"? Just like he told people, "Don't unalive" in the Ten Commandments.
Okay, did he say don't murder anybody? Are people not murdering people today? Just for him saying
Right. So
don't do it doesn't mean
that people are not going to do it. I understand. I understand. Wait. Listen. Listen. I understand that he said, he banned it and people still did it. He could have banned slavery and people still did it, right? That proves my point. He could have said don't do slavery, but he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't tell people. Listen. He didn't give rules around unaliving. He didn't give rules around murder. He said do not do it, right? So he could have did the same thing for slavery. Would you like me to read the verse where he said to actually go do it?
No, you don't have to read the verse.
I can. Deuteronomy 20:10. Deuteronomy 20:10. When you draw near to a town to fight against it, offer it terms of peace. If it accepts your terms of peace and surrenders to you, forced labor. What is forced labor?
Forced labor is forced labor.
What do we call that?
You can call it slavery or whatever, but we understand.
That's literally the definition. Forced labor is literally slavery. So this is him talking to the Israelites. I think he was talking to Aaron, where he told the Israelites to go to a town, and if they offer them terms of peace, to enslave the people. So Yahweh actually demanded that it happened. It gets worse from there too. He tells them to commit genocide right after that. But if it does not offer you terms of peace and makes war against you, then you shall besiege it. And when the Lord your God gives it into your hand, you shall put all its male to the sword. You may, however, take your plunder, the women, the children, the livestock, and everything else in the town, all its spoil. You may enjoy the spoil of your enemies, which the Lord your God has given to you. So basically, besiege the town, unalive all the men, and the women and the children are property. So you're going to go ahead and take them for yourselves. Wow. This is really a God I should worship, huh? You find that moral?
Okay, so the people that you're talking about, what were they doing wrong? If you know the Bible, and then
nothing. This is just Deuteronomy 20 is just about the Israelites conquering Canaan.
Okay, so the Canaanites were not doing anything wrong.
Now, as far as we know,
I'm going to tell you. Okay, you don't know. I'm going to tell you. Okay, the Canaanites, they were worshiping foreign gods and unaliving their own kids to Baal, burning their own kids, burning their own kids.
No. What does it say that?
To fake gods.
What does it say that?
It's in the Bible, bro. The Canaanites.
Where?
Where's
in the Bible?
Just read the Bible.
Yeah, I have. Where is that?
Are
you gonna say just because the Bible says it, that makes it true? So just because the Bible says it, that makes it true? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it does say that. Just because the Bible says this, that makes it true?
So you're gonna pick and choose whatever is true in the Bible and whatever is not true? So you
that's the same thing you do. That's the same thing you do, because the Bible says that the earth is flat.
Everything in the Bible is true, but you're telling me that some things are not true and some things are true.
Yeah, because the Bible is historical fiction. It's gonna mention real places, but it's gonna fictionalize all the events.
Or we have some true things in the Bible. What do you even believe in the whole story?
Listen to what I just said. The Bible is mostly historical fiction. It mentions real places, but the events that take place, it mentions real places. It could even mention real events, but the details are going to be legendized. They're going to be mythologized. For example, let me give you an example. Peter Parker is a person that has spider powers that goes around New York City. New York City is a real place. There is no Spider-Man, but there is a New York City. There is a place called Queens in New York City, but there is no Spider-Man. So in the Bible, we do have Canaan, we do have the kingdom of Israel, we do have the kingdom of Judah. There was even a King David. There might have been a Goliath, but did Yahweh make him, you know, unalive all the Philistines and all the other crap? Probably not. That's what legendary means. They mythologize all the stories. We have about 30 seconds left, Maxim. Do you have any last thing for me?
Yeah, my last thing that I have to say is that against the Canaanites, right? He gave them that land because the Canaanites were sinning against God. They were doing bad things. And I already told you one example of the things that they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and there is no historical reference for any of that. That's what I'm trying to say. When we look in back into history, when we look into our archaeological artifacts, we see no evidence of the Canaanites unaliving their children any more than the Israelites did. So maybe you should read some of that. I do appreciate you being up here, Maxim. You have a great night. All right, y'all. Keep liking the live, keep sharing it. We have 4K people in. We have 4K likes already. I do appreciate all the likes. So we got 12 people in here. Go ahead and share this out. I did have a guest, but they dropped out. Like I told everybody, I give everybody 20 minutes. It's all one-on-one. Please keep liking the live. Let's try to get me to 5 to 7K. Let's go ahead and do this again. I do appreciate you all being here, y'all. Appreciate you all being here. What's going on, Carl, Crystal? I do see you here. Blake, I see you in the comments. Carl, I see you in the comments. I appreciate y'all. All right, Rock, you seem to want to discuss. So I sent you an invitation, Rock. All right, Rock, I went ahead and sent you an invitation. You can go ahead and come up and talk to me if you like. If we don't get anybody in here soon, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and do a restart because it has been kind of slow. Rock, I sent you an invite if you want to come up and talk. If you don't see the invite, that means that TikTok just doesn't want to let you up. You have to hit the guest request and, you know, look to see if TikTok allows you to allows you to come up. If TikTok doesn't allow you to come up, then, you know, you just need to have more followers, I guess. It's a stupid rule that TikTok does. I'm hoping to set up an actual call line. I'm hoping to set up an actual call line one day, or like a Discord chat one day where people can come in and I can send a link and you guys can go ahead and talk to me that way. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. If anybody knows Jovan Bradley personally, like I'm a fan of his, like he talks a lot. Oh yeah, I can use a Google Voice number. I have heard about that. I can't use a Google Voice number. The only thing that I would like to do is make sure that all of the, what was I going to say again? That all of the audio syncs up. That's the only thing that I'll be concerned about, to make sure that all the audio syncs up. Because if all the audio doesn't sync up, then that's a problem. You feel me? Because I do this off my phone. Like right now, I'm literally on my phone. So I can use a Google Voice number and, you know, answer it, but would I be able to hear everything? Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about doing a Google Voice number or a Skype number, one of those. Yeah, there is a. I'm gonna hit you guys up after I leave this live to see exactly how I can do it, because I might need a faster PC. Like earlier when I was setting up the stream, through OBS, and then like I started my stream on OBS and I saw how much it was lagging. Like it was a huge lag. So I just started to, you know, go back and just use StreamYard, because StreamYard makes it work a lot more seamlessly. and I don't have TikTok Studio yet, so I can't get a stream key. For some reason, TikTok Studio demands that I have 10,000 followers, and I don't know why. Because I find people with like 800 followers that can have, you know, TikTok Studio. It's really weird. Yeah, but like I have a PC to stream, and it takes a lot of RAM. Yeah, it takes a lot of RAM in a good video card. You're right. My brother-in-law actually builds PCs. So when I go back down to South Florida for a few weeks, not a few weeks, but a few days for Thanksgiving, I'm gonna talk to him and see if he can build me a PC because I want a better one than what I got. Yeah, Mittens, I'm in Justin's Discord. We were talking about that today. I was talking to Benny today about setting up something where we can get guests, set up a call number and everything like that. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out soon. I know we're gonna figure it out soon. It's just that I need a better PC. That's the only thing. I need a better PC. Either a better PC or like a stronger laptop. But yeah, when I go back down to Miami, and when is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is about 2 weeks, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go back down to South Florida. I'm gonna see my brother-in-law, and I'm gonna just ask him to build me a PC because I'm gonna need one with a better RAM space. All right, y'all. We only had one guest. I know y'all don't want to see me up here talking about my my PC problems and my stream problems. Let's try to get some more people in here. We only got 12 people in here. If I see that we don't get any more guests within the next few minutes, I'll give it about another 5 to 10 minutes. I see it, we don't get any guests, I'm gonna go ahead and hit a restart just so we can get some more, and hopefully we get some debates. It has been pretty slow. I think it's because of, you know, post-election. Right now we're in a post-election season. People are much more interested in talking politics. You know, the Trump winners want to gloat, so people are much more interested in talking about that than deconstructing religion. But I do appreciate you all here and giving me the advice. I appreciate you, Blake and Mittens. I do appreciate y'all. We're at 5K likes now, y'all. Let's go ahead and keep hitting it up. We're at 5K likes. But yeah, it seems you guys are like more technologically savvy, Blake and Mittens. If you guys are still there, let me know what type of PC do I need, like how much RAM I need, how much gigabytes or whatever do I need, and I'll work on purchasing it. But what I'm most likely gonna do is have my brother-in-law just build me one. Yo, Chet, what's going on, Chet? Shout out to Chet, y'all. Y'all go ahead and follow Chet. Chet does great content as well. But yeah, I would. We're gonna have this set up. You're gonna see another setup here. Probably gonna have like a Google Voice number here. That makes sense. That makes sense, Mittens. That makes sense, Mittens. I appreciate that. So I need a good video card. All right, cool. I need a good video. So I need a good video card. All right, cool. If I can go ahead and get a better one. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get a better one. Because yeah, my brother-in-law builds PCs, so I know he can. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think by next year we'll probably have this all set up. I'll probably have like a so when people want to discuss, they can go ahead and call in. The only thing that I need to do is get a stream key for TikTok, but like TikTok for some reason doesn't want to give me the studio access. I don't know why. I'm gonna talk to my agency about that because I do have a TikTok agency, and I'm gonna talk to them about, you know, trying to get me studio access. Oh, you do, Mittens? All right, Mittens, I'm gonna hit you up right after I get off this live. Right after I get off the live, I'm gonna hit you up. All right, I'm gonna send you a DM, and we can talk on Discord. All right, y'all. We have 5.3K likes. We still have 12 people in here. And the 12 people, I'm pretty sure, are my followers. I'm not sure what's been going on with TikTok. It just hasn't been pushing out to the FYP. And I don't know why. TikTok, for some reason, hasn't been pushing it out to the FYP, and I don't know why. But I'm definitely going to Mins, I appreciate that though. Really, I do appreciate that. It hasn't been pushing out to the FYP for some reason. But by this time next year, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have this all set up. I'm gonna talk to Benny again tonight. Pretty sure we'll have this all set up, and you know, I'll have my Google Voice number somewhere around here, and we'll be streaming from everywhere, and people will be able to call in. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, it's been low exposure, right? It's been really low exposure. I think TikTok is either mad at us or they I don't know what it is. Are they mad at us or something? Like they don't want us to discuss this. I bet if I switch this up to a political topic, I'll probably get more hits. If I were to switch this up to a political topic, I bet I'll get more hits, because before I went live, I actually dropped the video. Yeah, you see the same trend, right, Blake? Before I went live, I actually dropped the video saying I'm gonna be live. Whenever I do that, like I always get a lot of people because the video always hits the FYP. You know what I mean? And once the video hits the FYP, then people come in. You know what I mean? But like even now, when I made the video, it's just not pushing it out. I'm not sure what's going on. Unless you're like Ian or Dr. Blitz, it's gonna be really slow. Unless you're like Ian or Dr. Blitz. I know Dean and Parker and what was that other girl's name? I forgot her name. Tashika. Yeah, I know her. They've been getting hits, but they've been doing political lives. Ian still does religion, and he gets the hits at the moment. Ian and Dr. Blitz. Oh, and Joel. Joel reads the Bible. I think Joel's Read the Bible is on live right now. Joel Reads the Bible has been getting hits as well, but everybody else has been rough, man. Oh, Thinker as well. So wow, Ian has been lower than normal as well. Yeah, man. You know what I think is gonna happen? I'm predicting this. We're in the middle of post-election, right? So I think TikTok is pushing that out more right now. He was slower tonight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody's getting slow. So it's like I think what's happening is like TikTok is pushing out politics right now. And then by the time Trump gets back in office, then they're gonna see the mood of the United States and probably push out religion after that. But right now, I think politics is getting the big push. I think that's getting the big push. If I were to switch up my topic right now, like if I were to do a reset, which I might do. Yeah, politics has a high search right now. So that's what which I might do. I might go ahead and do a reset. I think I'm gonna reset to see if I can get a restart going. And if I can get a reset, then we'll see if I do a topic switch. If I do a topic switch, that's probably going to push out the live. But again, y'all keep tapping. I appreciate the 6K likes. I appreciate all 12 people who's here. Y'all is wonderful. Shout out to Blake, shout out to Chet, and shout out to Mittens for staying with me. Shout out to y'all for staying with me. But what do y'all think is gonna happen with the entire, getting Out of here. This because they signed a bill for TikTok to be out of here. What do you think is gonna happen? Because like if that does happen, um, I'm not sure if we're gonna be grandfathered in and we could still use it. I'm wondering if that's gonna be the case. Because if not, I do know of another platform. I do know of Bigo Live, and Bigo lets anybody go live. You know what I mean? Bigo lets anybody jump on the lives, but it's not as let's just say it's not as good as TikTok. It doesn't have the appeal TikTok has. I don't think they figured everything out yet. All right, y'all. So, Republican wants to buy it. Oh yeah, it won't be banned. It won't be banned, but voices like ours are gonna be like way less. Voices like ours are gonna be way less, Blake, and that's what I'm kind of afraid of. We're not gonna get pushed out. Yeah, there is chat. There is another app with guest box like TikTok. It's called Bigo, Bigo, Bigo Live. It's really basic. It's basically a TikTok clone. You know what I mean? But it's not formatted as well. Like TikTok has a good format. Like Bigo Live is just like this, but you can tell that it was made for like to be like bright and distracting. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but Bigo has the same setup and it lets anybody go live. So even if a person has like 50 followers, they can jump on a live with somebody. If they have one follower, they can jump on live. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. Once I'm on Studio, I can multi-stream. I know I can do that. Now, hopefully, if someone actually does buy TikTok, then it does get banned. My concern is what Blake is saying, because if it's a Republican, if a conservative buys it, then voices like ours and the misinformation on this app is gonna skyrocket. I know that the misinformation on this app is gonna skyrocket, and the voices, our voices on this platform are gonna get crushed. I know that for sure. So that's my only concern with who exactly is gonna buy TikTok. Because this seems to be a thing with a lot of these platforms. Like they get bought and certain voices get crushed out. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get TikTok Studio. I'm trying to get TikTok Studio so I can go ahead and stream to other platforms. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if Bigo does the same, but I don't want to keep moving to other platforms. You know what I mean? That's just that's concern here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to concern here. All right, y'all. I'm gonna pushing out. Y'all go ahead and come back and join me. All right, y'all come back and join me. Because I'll go live and I'm gonna go live again. I check. All right, what's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? I do a quick reset just to make sure this gets pushed out to the FYP. I do a quick reset. Y'all go ahead and come on in. I see people joining up already. And wow, I already got a guess. Y'all. So I do appreciate y'all. Y'all see the title of the live. I think I have better morals than Yahweh. Y'all go ahead and join up and tell me why I don't. All right, we have Sahel Knight. What's up, James? I see you in the comments, James. All right, Sahel Knight, what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just dodging poison arrows, watching my cavalry, painting up my javelin, make sure it's on point,
You got you. What you watching? You playing League of Legends?
No. I just have an important job protecting the Mansa, patrolling the desert.
Oh, you playing Civilization? All right, cool. All right, man.
Well, it's under Askia. It's not Mansa though.
Okay, gotcha.
He speaks Arabic in that game. He should speak in Madinka, but he knew Arabic.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. You over 18 for TikTok purposes?
Yeah, I am.
All right, and you any type of believer?
You are in Jesus Christ.
Gotcha. All right, so I got 25 minutes on the clock. Now, I think I have better morals than Yahweh. Do you disagree?
You have better morals. Well, give me your morals.
All right. So my morals are based on a few things, and those things are equality, human well-being, and empathy. Right. Those are really my three major things. Anything that violates those things, I review as bad or evil, or I'll put that label on it. But in anything that uplifts those things, I will put the label of good on it. From what I've seen within the Bible, the Yahweh character has condoned all of these or caused these, and these cause harm, these violate equality, and those cause human they lessen human well-being. So that's why I think I have better morals than him, and I think you have better morals than him as well, because I don't think you would condone or cause any of these.
What do you mean by cause? Grape. I gotta say grape. You don't see no Christians to this very day going out graping people in the name of Christ.
Say that again.
See no Christians to this very day saying, "I'm gonna grape you in the name of Christ."
That depends on if they're in the middle of a war or something.
Well, even in the middle of a war, I still don't see like people raping people in the name of Christ.
Oh yeah, that happens.
When you look at our army to this very day, we have laws against that.
Yeah, we do, but it does happen. I mean, our army is secular, so that it's not. They're not really gonna do it in the name of Christ. But a lot of countries that have sectarian violence, like unfortunately in Africa, when there's sectarian violence, especially against Christians and Muslims, you do hear stuff like that. That does happen, like war grape.
Yeah, war booty, if you want to call it. But if you look at the Christian faith, it's all about being with one woman, being married to one woman. I mean, like it doesn't have that mindset that you should have, I'm gonna say it, sex before marriage,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the sex before marriage is fine. But like when I say that God has caused grape, like there's literally verses in it where God does actually cause it for it to happen.
Give me an example of the story.
Well, yeah, sure. This comes from 2 Samuel 12:8, where God is Yahweh is punishing David for what he did with Uriah the Hittite. And he says here in 2 Samuel 12 verse 8, he says, I gave you your master's house and your master's wives into your bosom, and gave you the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had not been too little, I would have added as much more. Why have you despised the word of the Lord to do what's evil in his sight? You have struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and have taken his wife to be your wife, and have unalived them with the sword of the Ammonites. This is Yahweh speaking through the prophet, and he's admonishing David for what he did to Uriah the Hittite. We agree. Right there. I'm 100% with Yahweh. Now this is part of David's punishment. Now therefore the sword shall never depart from your house, for you have despised me and have taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be your wife. Thus says the Lord, I will rise up trouble against you from within your own home, and I will take your wives before your eyes and give them to your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in broad daylight. For you did it secretly, but I will do this thing before all of Israel in broad daylight. Right here, Yahweh is saying that he's going to go ahead and take David's wives, give them to his sons, and they're going to go ahead and engrave them in broad daylight. The women have no consent here. Yahweh's causing this.
I have to be honest with you, I'm not too educated on the story, but by the sounds of it, it sounds like God is just, we're paying, I guess what comes.
That David did a bad thing by causing the unaliving of someone else, just because sure that's bad and David should have got punished for that, but to turn around and cause his wives to be raped, like what did it have to do with what David did?
I guess you make a good point, but like I said, I don't want to call it, it's definitely not merciful, definitely not. I can't, I have no more context about the story, but I kind of disagree with him on that moment,
Right. So that's why, like, I would say that, I have better morals and you have better morals than him, because like neither of us would do that, because Dave is the one that did something wrong, not the wives. You feel me?
Yeah, but this is not the following of Jesus. Jesus never told his followers to go out there and make SA with other women.
Right. Can you give me just 1 second? Kente Brooks, I do see you in the box. I'm gonna bring you up in a bit. All right. I just want to talk to one person at a time. This goes for everybody too. If you request, I'm gonna bring you guys up one by one, unless we get a panel thing going, which I don't like to do a lot, but we'll go ahead and get a panel thing going sooner or later. All right. So yeah, but you see what I mean when it comes to things like that. Like there's verses about slavery in here as well. Have you ever read Leviticus 25?
I know about that.
Right.
Oh,
Exactly.
But he who steals a man should be put to death.
You don't have to steal a person in order to enslave them.
Yes, you definitely have to steal a person. What you call the transatlantic slave trade?
Yeah, they were stealing people, but can I also just buy you?
Yes, I'll buy you. Yeah, but the main source is what do you have to do to buy someone? Where do they have to get in that position to buy them?
It could be war.
That person to buy.
It could be war, or it could be something generational.
And what does war cause? How do you get people through war?
POWs.
And how does a POW get there?
They just get arrested by the enemy faction.
And how did they get arrested?
They were in war.
Come on, man.
Yeah, they were in war, and they said we're gonna capture you. Give up, and they gave up, and they captured them, and they sold them into slavery.
There you go. Capture the man, you get put to death.
But the verse that you're talking about is about kidnapping. It's not actually about slavery.
Yeah, but you still have to kidnap somebody to turn them into a SA. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the word.
No, you can say slave, but yeah, what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily have to kidnap anyone, because like if you kidnap somebody, yeah, the punishment is going to be on you. But if I just buy the slave from you, I didn't kidnap that person.
That logic, but still, it would definitely reduce slavery. It definitely will reduce it. Like I said, you can't name me an atheist group that stopped slavery. Can you name me one? If you can, I'm open-minded.
Name an atheist group that stopped slavery. Slavery's still going.
By atheists. No, man. Name me right now a group that's advocating on stopping slavery that's ran by atheists.
Oh yeah, sure. The Satanic Temple, the American Association of Atheists, Black Non-Believers. Black non-believers are completely against our current criminal justice system, which basically perpetuates slavery.
No, like modern day, no, like ancient slavery to this very day. Are they going out there freeing people from slaves? Come on, man.
What are you talking about?
Abolition movements. Were there groups out there that were atheists?
Oh, they weren't atheists weren't prominent back then. I can't name you one. Of course I can.
Oh no, atheists were still there. They were.
They
There.
were still there, but they weren't prominent back then.
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, it does, because back then, being an atheist got you in a lot of
No, it's
places.
not, man.
You sure about that?
I mean, like, even if you could not be openly atheist, they still are atheists in the heart.
Yeah, sure.
There you go. Come on, man.
What do you mean? Come on, like if they weren't open, I'm not gonna be able to name them. What about Charles Darwin? Charles Darwin was completely against slavery.
Charles Darwin.
Yeah, he was completely against slavery.
Lead movements to freeing slaves.
Did he lead movements? No. I already told you I'm not going to be able to name a group back then because there were no atheist prominent groups back then. So of course I'm not going to be able to name one.
Oh, there you go, man. I know atheists talk big and bad about slavery, but they can't name me a group that stopped slavery.
Of course we can't. There were no prominent groups back then. What are you talking about? It does matter. It does matter because you're saying name me a group from back then. No one's going to be able to do that because there were no prominent groups back then. You could know, like, people being an open atheist back then got you ostracized. So of course there weren't a lot of groups back then.
Yeah, I understand that, but they can still be secretive about it. They can still have a secret organization on stopping slavery.
No, they couldn't.
They could. Come on, man.
All right, so even okay. So let's play this out. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say they could have they could have did it, but for some reason or another, they couldn't find each other, or they just didn't do it. So what?
Okay, I'll give you that. I guess I can give you that.
All right, so that's all I'm saying. Now that doesn't really address the fact that this.
Many Christian movements that stopped slavery.
Of course you can, because everybody
Even
was
outside
almost
the West.
right, because almost everybody was Christian back then. Of course you can.
Even outside the West, there still were Christians that were, fighting to free slavery.
Yes.
For example, on Pharaoh's story, Menet II, Ethiopia, he was very advocate on ending slavery.
Can you name a group that wasn't Christian that fought against slavery?
I can't think of many non-Christian groups that fought against slavery.
I can name you the most famous one.
Name one.
Do you see the flag on my profile?
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you got me by the balls by that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got too much in the coffee train, man. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Bro, it's crazy, but there's some things we don't tell people about that. Like, for example, is it true that they put babies in the cannons to stop them from, like, some people told me that. Is that true?
Who, the revolutionaries or the French?
That they told me, Haitians from Haiti told me this. Is this true, or is this like over exaggerated?
Like they put babies into cannons?
Yeah, to stop them from going.
No, probably the French did that to us.
I got you. Maybe he's just twisting history. I thought like, hey, if that is true, hey, we don't tell people that, man. We keep it to ourselves. We're not like,
Yeah, because I do know during enslaved times they would take coal from the volcanoes in Haiti and make slaves eat it and then blow them up with cannons. Yeah.
Jesus, the French?
Yeah, the French. It was brutal back then. It was yeah.
But, I can't lie. I looked into it. They would just replace slaves with other slaves. They work them in the I guess like the cotton mines, and they'll just lose their arms and legs, and they just work them to death and just replace them with new slaves. Yeah,
pretty much. And then when they disobeyed, they tore them apart with dogs.
It's not like America where you can have a chance to escape. Nah, man, you're like on a little island. Where can you go?
Yeah, and I think that's what kind of motivated the revolution, because there was nowhere to run, so they had to kind of fight. All right, but yeah,
hold on, one more thing. I think some Haitians get mad at me, bro, that I say Bookman was not Haitian; he was Jamaican.
He was Jamaican.
Okay, got you. Because some Haitians get mad at me when I say that.
Yeah. Dirty Bookman. Yeah, he was from Ivory Coast, then got sold to Jamaica, and then got sold to Haiti.
So what does he identify as, Ivory Coast or Jamaican? What do we give him to?
You can literally identify them as all three, because Toussaint was born in Gambia, or Toussaint was born in Benin, but he was sold in Haiti, and he got educated in France. So
wasn't Dessalines trained by Dahomey Amazon?
Dessalines was trained by Dahomey Amazons, yeah.
Damn, man. Like,
And-
I guess you look at Woman King as the ancestors, huh? Even though I think it's like an okay movie.
They can kind of you can say that. Yeah, there are ancestors. A lot of us did come from that tribe. A lot of Haitians descended from Igbo, Yoruba, Akan, Fon, and Dahomey.
Okay. I think mainly Jamaicans come from like Bambara, like Mali, and Ashanti. I
Yeah,
think that's where they mainly come from.
yeah. Me and my fiance, we took a DNA test, and it was basically almost the same. And she's Jamaican, and it was basically just about the same. Jamaicans usually come from Akan, Yoruba, and Igbo, and Dahomey. That's where they usually come from.
You don't think they come from the Bambara tribe? The Bambara? Like,
Bambara, yeah, Bambara as well.
Because even when they talk, it kind of sounds like Patois.
Yeah. It's basically almost the same. But yeah, moving on. Yeah, I see because Yahweh condoned slavery and genocide. That's why I see my morals are superior to his.
Okay, you definitely do not have to be a Christian. I don't know, hell no. But you know, I've gotten a lot of just good people that gave me good advice there. That's how I feel about it. You know,
I don't doubt that.
I don't know.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that there's plenty of Christians who give good advice. I grew up in church, so I've met Christians that gave good advice. I've met Muslims that gave good advice. I've met crackheads that give good advice. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not. They'll tell you, hey, never get on this, bro. They'll tell you. Yeah. So like I've met them, you know, like the wisest person that you'll ever meet is probably a former addict, you know? So yeah. Sure. I don't doubt that. So my entire thing is, if I can't show this to be true, there is no reason for me to believe it.
You think the whole trio just shouldn't be here? What's about on the trio?
The trio.
Islam, Christianity, Judaism.
I wouldn't say shouldn't be here. I don't think they should have as much influence in the world that they do have, especially Islam.
But, oh dang!
Yeah,
some Muslims are cool with. Yeah, I don't
No,
want to talk down to them.
no, I'm not gonna talk down to them. I'm Muslims is cool people. I don't have a problem with them. What I'm saying is that the golden age of the Middle East, it ended with fundamentalist Islam, because Islam was not as fundamentalist back then as it is now, surprisingly.
You think the golden age of Islam was just a joke?
No, it wasn't a joke. It was a great time. It was a great time for Islam. They discovered so many things.
Being made.
A lot of science being made. Yes, but the moment, I forgot which caliph was this, but the moment that caliph came into power and he was a fundamentalist, he ended all that, and that ended the golden age of Islam, and we have what we have today. It was actually a lot less fundamental back then than it is now.
I think you're talking about the Abbasid Caliphate.
I think that's I do think that's it. But there is I do know that there is a caliph. There was a caliph that mixed the government and the religion together, and that was basically the beginning of the end for the golden age of Islam, the Islamic golden age. You know what I mean? So I don't think it should have as much influence as it has now. I don't have a problem with them being Muslim, but the fact that it operates the way that it does now that we see is what I disagree with. I mean, like look how, I mean, you should look how it is in Africa. But like that's what I have an issue with. But I don't have a problem with finding you know, peace and good advice from people.
To be honest, like in the Borno state, northern Nigeria, they practice a more extreme version of Islam. Meanwhile, in like the Mali, Guinea region, the Gambia region, it's like more calm version of it.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we got about 2 minutes left. You have anything else for me?
I just hope you find hope in yourself, find your inner happiness. Not religion, maybe spirituality.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy. But I do appreciate you being up here, man. You have a good one, all right? All right, y'all. Go ahead and tap screen. I did have to do a restart. I did have a guest, but the guest dropped out for some reason. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure what happened to the guest. Blake, I appreciate you, brother. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Blake. Y'all follow Blake. Please follow Blake. He's a great creator. Follow him. I did have a guest in the box, and I told him to give me a few because I'm bringing people up one by one. I'm not sure what happened to him. And James was here, but I'm not sure what happened to James. Excuse me. I have a person named James Descartes, I think his name is. He comes in almost all my lives. It tells me that, you know, he wants to talk to me about it, but he never requests. And every time I send him an invite, he says that he needs to study more before he talks to me. And I'm just like, bro, you don't need to be some sort of scholar to talk to me. I'm not a scholar. Yeah, I mean, like I read a lot. Now, if you really wanted to debate an actual scholar, you should who's a scholar on here? There's Dan McClellan, there's a biblical scholar, there's Joel Reads the Bible, there's Justin, of course, Deconstruction Zone, Justin. If you want to be a whole scholar to debate them, go ahead and be a scholar to debate them. But I'm not a scholar, y'all. I'm just having regular conversations, you know what I mean? So don't think that you have to be like well learned in order to. Oh, and there's also, what is it? Christ Before Jesus. Yeah, Christ Before Jesus is a pretty good guy. I've never heard of Haran Hagashi, but I'll go ahead and follow him now. The moment that I get off this live, Marceline, I'll go ahead and follow Aaron Hagashi and Kevin. I'll go ahead and follow those guys. That sounds like some good recommendations. But anyway, I do appreciate y'all being here. I did have to do a restart because it just wasn't pushing out to the FYP. It looks like once I get a guest, it stops pushing it out to the FYP. I don't know why. It just doesn't push it out. But we do have about 1.8K likes in here, 11 people in here. I do know some other people are live right now. So I'll be up here just for a few more minutes. And once those few minutes are done, I'll go ahead and get to those other lives. I think Quan is live right now. Who else is live right now? I'm gonna check who else is live right now. I'm gonna check who else is live right now, and then we could go raid those guys. But like I said, I do appreciate you all being here, man. I do appreciate you all being here. You know, keep liking the live, keep sharing it. Sandra. Yeah, Sandra is bored. She's the one that's live right now. So we're gonna go to Sandra is bored right after we're done over here. Welcome, Marceline. Welcome, Marceline. Thank you very much for all the likes. We're gonna go ahead and try to keep this pushing. You know what I mean? If I don't get another guest by the time we probably get to like let's try to get to about 4 or 5K likes. Let's try to get to that 4.5 to 5K likes. Let's try to go ahead and get to that. If we can get to that and be there for a few minutes and I still see no guest comes in, then we'll go ahead and end the live and then we'll go raid Sandra. All right. But yeah, like I was saying before I had to reset, we're gonna figure out a way to, you know, get like a Google voice call number. We get a Google voice call number and I could put the number up here. I think we'll go ahead and get a lot more people to call in. Hey, shout out to the to my guest that's on YouTube right now. Kush Gold, I'm on TikTok right now, but I'm streaming to my YouTube as well. I can stream to my Instagram as well. I can stream to Instagram using my OBS, but like I need to figure out an issue with my video card first. Once I get my video card you know, all straightened out, then I'll start streaming to my Instagram as well. Hey, y'all, Dr. Joe in the house. Dr. Joe in the house. Hey, y'all, follow Dr. Joe, y'all. Follow Dr. Joe. She's, I think, a doctor in either psychiatry or psychology, one of them. But great information. She knows how the brain works. She definitely knows her shit as well. So that's a great resource to follow. As a person who's trying to become a mental health therapist, a mental health counselor, she's a great resource. And I'm definitely going to be using her notes as a cheat sheet as I get my licensing. Marceline, I appreciate you for giving me another 263 likes. I really do appreciate that. Psychology. She's a doctor in psychology. She's a doctor in psychology, so definitely follow her. Katrina, how's it going? How's it going? All right, y'all. So if we get up to about 4,000 to 4.5K likes, I'll go ahead and wait for a few more minutes. Let's see how we get. Let's see if we get any other followers in here. I mean, any other guests. If we don't get any other guests, we'll go ahead and raid another live. We'll go to Sandra and raid hers, and I'll try to be on there probably for the rest of the night. What's up, Live at 5? What's good, Live at 5? All right, y'all. So if there's anybody who's joining right now, Sandra's name is Sandra is bored. That's literally her name. Sandra's bored. Yeah, Deborah, Grace, and Savannah also on. You see, this is why we need to kind of coordinate all this, because I'm competing with a lot of great creators who's probably going to get a lot more hits than I am. So yeah, I'm competing with so many other people. So it's like I need to do this on nights where there's not as much people on. Maybe I'll do this on Sundays. Yeah, psychology is very interesting. I do like psychology. Yeah, Patrina, they get a lot more hits. I mean, of course, because if they're bigger profiles, bigger following, they're gonna get more hits. Like I can't be mad at that. Can't really be mad at that. They're always gonna get more hits. Yeah, Justin is on Sundays. Justin is on Sundays. I'll probably have to go earlier than him. If I'm gonna go ahead and be live on Sundays, but I'm gonna be trying to do this every other day. So today's Saturday, so I'll be back on Monday. Yeah, 10. Oh, yeah, 10K. Hey, Patrina, I'm trying to get to where you at. I'm trying to get to 10K because for some reason, TikTok Studio will not let me use it without 10K followers. So I'm trying to get as much followers as I can. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm at about 3,500. You know what I mean? And every single day, I check to see if I can get on TikTok Studio, and they still won't allow me. I'm gonna talk to my agency though. I do have an agency. I'm gonna talk to them, and I'm gonna ask them, can they still get me the access? Because it's really weird. Because I see people with like 800, and they can get on. I'm like, what? How you got 800 followers, but you could get on TikTok Studio and I can't? It's so weird. It's weird how they pick and choose who they're gonna give live access to. I never understood it. Christian Satanism. That sounds interesting. Live. Yeah, you see, Dr. Joe had studio before 10K. I don't get it. I really don't understand. I don't get it at all. Once I get off of this, I'm gonna hit up my my agency, and I'm gonna ask them what is it like? What's going on? Why can't I get TikTok Studio? I'll check at 5K as well. I'll check, because someone told me that he got it at 3K. So I was able to get up to 3,500, and I still didn't get it. Then I said, okay, let me just get up to 4,000 or something like that, and let's see if I get it. But I don't know. TikTok doesn't like me for some reason, y'all. Yeah, I mean, hashtag free Volsi. Give me TikTok Studio. Hashtag free Volsi. Give me TikTok Studio, please, because I don't know what it is. I really want to use TikTok Studio because it has the webcam connection. It has the horizontal connection where I can get on YouTube as well. I mean, it has things that I want to use. So I definitely want to go ahead and get it. If I can multi-stream TikTok Studio on Facebook as well, that'll be cool. I definitely would like to use it for Facebook as well. But I do know that I need a better video card. I need that. Shout out to Mittens. Mittens is in the chat as well. I know he's watching. I know Mittens in the chat. Shout out to Mittens. I'm gonna get me a new video card so I can, stream better. Because OBS is cool. I like OBS. OBS is cool. I just want to use I would definitely like to use more, All right, y'all. We're at 5.7K. We are at 5.7K, and we still don't have a guest up. And I don't know what's let me look at see who I can bring up. Well, anyone who I can bring up right now is a friendly. I know that for sure. That battery's getting low. This is another reason why I need TikTok Studio. There's another reason why I need TikTok Studio, because that battery be getting low on my phone. That battery gets low on my phone and I need to get off. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all being here. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Let's go ahead and raise Sandra's live, y'all. Let's go ahead and rate Sandra. Look her up. Her name is Sandra is Bored. She does great lives as well. We're gonna go ahead and rate her right now. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live here, unless I get another guest. I see Graceful Haven just joined. I'm not. Usually, people who have Grace in their names are the religious types. I like to talk to them as well. But if I don't get any more guests, then I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here for us to go ahead and rate another live. Oh wait, someone is I do see live at 5 o'clock.
What's up?
Live, what's going on?
What's up, man? I'm just looking at this scripture here, and man,
What scripture are you looking at?
I was looking at Jeremiah 19:9. I was trying to look at what I say earlier. What I said look up Jeremiah 19:9, or was it Jared? Yeah, my bad, man.
Well, first let me ask you: you any type of believer live, or you're a friendly?
I'm friendly, man. I'm more like a naturalist.
Gotcha. Yeah, but that verse in Jeremiah that you're looking at, what you think of it?
Jeremiah, I was trying to look at, I don't know if it was Jeremy 19:9 or Jeremiah 19:9, where it was like he was commanding people to eat the babies. Man, because Yahweh is the whole story of the Old Testament is Yahweh doing this and that, killing millions and unaliving millions and of innocents, whereas Satan, he was pretty much being bullied the whole time. Like you can't recall one time where Satan or the devil was actually hurting somebody physically, like even in Job, at the end, Yahweh still takes the credit for all the mishaps. They want to say, no, take a look at Job. Take a look at Job. Oh man, Yahweh commanded the wind to come down and throw down the house on his kids.
Tore up that man's whole house for no reason. You were thinking about Jeremiah 19:9. It says in Jeremiah 19:9, it says, and I will make them eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and all shall eat the flesh of their neighbors and the siege. And oh my God, this is literally
There it is.
I'm gonna keep this one.
And I got that. I got that one from True Devil Worship guy. He's more like a naturalist, pantheistic type naturalist. Worshiping of the Devil's of the old naturals. The earliest versions of that. He brings in a lot of people with the devil's statue in the front and stuff. Like he's got a good setup, whatever.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, he's got some fire. But that one right there, I was like, God dang it, man.
Yeah, it's like, what did they do to you, bro? You gonna make them commit cannibalism? Like, oh,
Yo, what? Yeah, like that one too, man. Golly, turning dude's wife into a pillar of salt. What was her name? God bless her.
yeah. What was Lot's wife? I always knew her as Lot's wife because they don't
What is her name?
they don't view women as important in the Bible. So I just always knew her as Lot's wife, which is crazy.
Right. It says the woman to not speak up in church.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, Lot's wife got turned into a pillar of salt. And actually there's actual pictures of a woman in a pillar looking back over there. I don't know if you've seen that picture, but that's an old picture.
Yeah, it's an old picture. Like what they discovered is that it's literally just a rock formation, and it's a natural rock formation. Like it does, because there's something called pareidolia, where us as humans, we kind of impose faces onto things that don't have actual faces. So it's
because there are actual faces in everything that we see. Like as far as like big things like that, like I'm gonna take a hot take here. There are lots and lots and lots of mountains with facial structures on them, as well as animal look just like a damn snake, huge giant snake, and a huge giant outfit of an elephant as well, and one of those natural what you were going to touch on. How are you describing it? Pretty well. It looks like you can take both takes if you wanted to.
Right. Like I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, like me, I don't think it's anything more than a natural formation. You see what I'm saying? But as far as the one that people are saying is Lot's wife, if you actually go to that formation, it's actually like 20 feet tall, so it's not a person. So it's one of those it's one of those camera tricks where something is far away looks small. So that's basically what's happening with that.
Okay. Say the mud floods, right? The mud floods. Have you seen where you know what I'm talking about with the mud floods? Where half of the buildings, like if you were to dig down further, there's an entire building below the streets. Like who builds buildings like that, right? Yeah,
right. That's actually scary because like mud is very, very sticky and can bury you very quickly. Water mixed with dirt is a bad combination.
Yeah, it's really scary. Those landslides. It's been happening a lot actually. In some places like North Carolina and stuff. North Carolina. So anyway, leave that there. So these mud floods, right? So have you seen or have you heard or dug up on the giants being uncovered, and then they've taken away the bones, like the giants being uncovered, and they're actually buried standing up?
I haven't heard of that. Anyone in the comments heard of that? I'll go ahead and look into that. I'm usually skeptical because every time I'm usually skeptical because like other times. No, I hear you. Every time people bring those up, it's usually just like like animal bones, like mammoths and stuff like that. But like if they were actual huge 9-foot people living, I would say the closest we have is the Dinka people of Sudan, because they're really tall. I mean, but if there's people taller than that ever actually lived, are they like Dr. Joe could probably correct me on this, but I do know there was a species of human that was more in Asia. I think the Desanovans, is that the name of it? I'm not sure, but they were a human species, because it wasn't just Homo sapiens. It was also Homo neanderthalis, Australopithecus. I butchered that name, trust me. There was Desanovans as well. Those were the other human species, and some of them were taller than us. So I wouldn't doubt it if they found, because we know that Neanderthals were just as intelligent as Homo sapiens. They just had they were a little stumpier. So Desanovans definitely could have been, and I think they were actually taller than us as well. They were like on average they were like 6'5", 6'7", maybe even 6'9", 7 foot. They were really tall. You know what I mean? So if they were still around today, they would dominate the NBA. We know that. But yeah, if they did find like humanoid type skeletons, it was probably Decanovans. You know what I mean? And I don't doubt that at all. But if they're talking about like the giants that the Bible said existed, I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, as far as that goes on the Giants books, in fact, the Giants, this book I have of the Giants, they were someone covered and they were wearing copper armor, and they were buried standing up. And what it would depict to me, and this is me coming up with this. This isn't, this is me coming up on my research of what I've depicted, is that they were buried standing up because of the mudslides, the mud floods that were. This is me coming up that they were buried standing up, frozen in this mud flood, because you can imagine being automatically covered in mud flood. It'd come in, you'd be standing your ground, it'd come up to your feet, and then it'd start coming up to your feet, and then it'd start coming through, now you can't move, it's up in your waist, and you're getting stuck, and it's just rolling over you. Now you're just stuck, and it's just being flooded, rolling over you. Now you're just stuck in this standing frozen juncture of where you were just now, and everything on top of you was just being flooded of mud.
And archaeology. But check me out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live now. We're gonna go ahead and raid Sandra. Go over to Sandra's board. You know what I mean? Tell her that we came in to raid you and to raid her. Because I'm just not getting the guests tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and raid her live, and I'll see you over there, all right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Like, I do appreciate you all being here. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for all the likes. We did get to 6.3K likes. Dr. Joe, I do appreciate you being here. Definitely gonna use your notes for when I do get my license in clinical mental health counseling. I'm gonna go ahead and use your notes, all right? But I do appreciate y'all being here. We're gonna go ahead and go over to Sandra's live. Go ahead and raid her, and I will see y'all, if not tomorrow. I'll try to co-host with Justin tomorrow.